Welcome to the AggroCast, the official podcast at AggroGamer.com. This is episode 29, and I'm your host, Michael Camacho. And with me this evening are my co-hosts, Brian, Leave My Beard Alone, Bentley,
That's me.
and Ben, Leave My Sister Alone, Win.
Yeah, I saw that one coming.
Oh, that's funny. I like that one.
Yeah. Well, I did make a
Yeah, I'm
comment
sure
last
you
week,
guys
so
do.
I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever.
About every week for the past when we've been back.
Yeah, true.
But it's been funny that long, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it has been.
Oh.
Oh, it's been funny for years. For me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for you.
All right, so how's everybody doing this evening?
Good, Mike. Good, Mike. How you doing, man?
A little less stressed this week.
That's always a good thing.
What about you, Ben?
I'm sort of sick right now. I'm not sure if you can tell by my voice, but yeah, I'm having difficulty over here. So I might have to. If you hear me coughing, then don't mind
Are
me.
you sick, or are you just yelling too much at the hockey games?
No, I'm actually sick. I think I have a chest congestion
Swine
right
flu?
now. Yeah, I have the swine flu, the bird flu,
SARS?
the SARS. What else is there?
You got the AIDS?
No, I don't have the AIDS, but I do have
No,
the
that's
STD.
next week.
Yeah, that's next week. That I'm supposed to be scheduled for that next week. So
Nice. All right. Before we get into the rest of how our week's been going, I want to make a couple announcements. On a down note, one of our loyal listeners, Nicola, aka HeyHeyChest, over at Pwn.com, was in a car accident this past week.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, I've talked to her through text, and she seems to be in good spirits. She did send me a image of her wound above her eye. And yeah, I
Ooh.
was like, wow. It's a good thing I'm not queasy because it didn't look that good. Um,
did she tell you like what happened? Like it was her
I
fault
meant
or
to
someone
call her
else's fault?
today,
Or...
but unfortunately, with looking at houses, trying to take a nap at some point during the day, and then going to make an offer on a house, I haven't had the time. So I'll probably call Miss Chesty tomorrow and see
Yeah.
how she's doing. And
Give her our love,
oh,
you know?
definitely will. So for those who want to show their support for her, head on over to pwn.com. I wrote a blog. It's up there on the front page. You can find it there. Don't forget to comment and bump. Keep it there. I'll say our Gears of War 2 night just definitely wasn't the same without her. And I don't mean that just because I couldn't chainsaw her the whole night. It just, you could tell, like, the room was kind of quiet from the get-go. Kind of somber. So, but, fortunately for me, old Marielli stepped up and was the stand-in for Chess this past Gears 2 night. I chased her quite a bit.
That's
It was
fantastic.
still a fun night
I
overall.
I see. I would have been there. I had everything all set up and to go and whatnot, and all of a sudden, all I heard was, "Doom." I'm like, "Oh, you freaking kidding me?" So, like, pretty much my room is literally being run by wires at the moment. I have like
Fantastic.
plugs. I have plugs up the wazoo, and I'm afraid I might need a fire extinguisher just in case it's a
What
fire.
is it, just your room that lost power?
Like my room and like a couple other rooms too. But like there's something going on with the circuit breaker where we put a new one in and it's still not working. So I'm not sure what's going
Oh,
on.
That sucks.
that sucks.
Sorry to
Yeah.
hear that.
Yeah. I would have joined in Gears tonight, but like again, I wasn't feeling well, so I pretty much I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm just gonna lay down and watch the damn Penguins beat the Hurricane. So
Eh, you know, stuff's gonna happen. We did have a packed house, and a couple other people didn't actually make it in as well. But we had already, those people like you weren't online right when we started at 8, so I kind of wasn't going to start a second room when we were already 10, 15 minutes into the game night.
no, it's cool. Actually, I was already in. I was like in game
Yeah.
and everything, ready for the invite, and all of a sudden, that's
Yeah, I
what
sent you
happened.
the
Like,
invite, and that's probably when you lost power.
oh, I'm like, son of a bitch.
So yeah, Chesty's, I believe she's getting out of the hospital by the end of this week, and according to her, she's gonna be in a wheelchair for a few weeks. So
Yeah, I saw that. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Get well, Chesty. We all love you
we
here.
definitely do. Much love. We're always here for you anytime you need to talk or anything. I know she was complaining about her nurses.
Yeah, I think she Twitter saying that she got some new nurses, so that's always good.
So,
Awesome.
and on a happy note, one of our other loyal listeners, Geomoose and Mrs. Moose, just had their baby moose.
Woohoo.
Yay!
So, congrats to them. Nice to see the new addition to the family. Hope all is well. And Geo, you can say goodbye to video games for a while, because that's not going to happen.
Or playing video games with no sound.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll even have time for that. So
Yeah.
Nah, he even tries. I'm sure the wife will be like, I don't think so. Nah, his wife was super cool when I met her at the meetup not too long ago. So I have a feeling they probably won't be able to make the next meetup. But
yeah,
Nah.
she's like, you had your fun. Now you have this.
yeah. So definitely a big congrats to them. Uh, we've been waiting a while to
Definitely.
hear the news, and they finally had the kid. So let me think. Oh, one more thing for those who live out here in the Maryland, D.C. area. Video Games Live is coming this summer to Wolf Trap, to Virginia, and the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra will be doing Final Fantasy music in June. We are talking about meetups for between Pwn, like AggroGamer readers, uh, Cheap Ass Gamer, and Goozex. I will be working on
Oh,
that shortly. Probably the one for Baltimore Symphony Orchestra will probably be really late notice because I probably won't be able to do any of this until I get back from E3. So, just any of our listeners out here in the Maryland area, definitely be on the lookout for that. It should be a good time if we get a bunch of people to go.
Yeah, I went to the Dear Friends concert when they had it here in Detroit, and I absolutely loved it. It was an awesome, awesome time. I'm sure you'll love it too, Mike.
I'm sure I will. And I'm gonna see if I can find a way to get into like doing a little more there.
Oh, really?
So if I'm sure if I'm gonna try to contact Tommy Tallarico or somebody else involved. I think I said his last name right.
yep, you did.
I hate butchering last names. Or something,
You're
and
so
just
good
say
at
there's
it.
going to be a lot of people from these 4 sites. So
Maybe get you guys to hook up or something.
yeah, see if we can do something. We shall see. Other than that, um, I know my week was, like I said, a lot less stressful. Still haven't had a day off in like 2.5 weeks.
Day off.
I'll have a day off tomorrow finally. Tomorrow's my day off. Memorial
Well,
Day.
everyone is off tomorrow anyway,
Yeah,
so.
true. And I do want to say one thing for Memorial Day. While we're all out there, and I know it's now turned into shopping sales and deals bullshit, as well as I know we're all out there playing those war games, Call of Duty and stuff like that. Let's remember those who actually made that Call of Duty and sacrificed their lives so we can have the freedom we have. So, just for even for a minute or so, put down the controller. Don't look at it as the start of summer vacation, but actually stop and reflect on what those soldiers, airmen, marines, seamen, and other people who have given up their lives and more for the freedom we share, and just for the dedication of their country. Also for the soldiers currently fighting, whether you support the war or not, there's no reason that you shouldn't support the soldiers out there. Because I'm sure not all of them agree with what they're doing, but they understand that they made a commitment, and they're out doing it regardless. So That's all I have to say on that
Word.
subject. I just feel it needs to be said.
Yeah, man. We're with you.
If not, you're fired.
No, I
For
agree
the
with you.
record, I want to say that I've been fired more times than anyone has ever been fired before.
Wes?
Has Wes been fired a lot? No, he's been hung up on.
Yeah. I've been well, actually, if you listen to this past week's podcast over there in Average Joe Gamer, Wes got fired and hung up at the same time.
Wow.
Oh,
I have to
wow.
listen. I'm actually pretty far behind on podcasts. I got through 10 of them this weekend, I believe. 12.
Yeah, I'm also very
I
behind.
got about another 13 to go.
Yeah, I've been waking up like some crazy early hours for some odd reason. I don't know what it is, but uh, I would get up. I'm like, damn, I can't go back to sleep. So here I am listening to podcasts.
Oh,
So,
Rich from Gametopia was actually on the Video Game Outsiders this past week.
oh,
Nice.
was he?
Yeah, he discussed Bitmob for a bit, bitmob.com, which for those
Yeah.
who don't know is the new site from Dan Shu, Greg Ford, um, Michael Donahue, and a bunch of others from the old One Up crew. Uh, so if you get the chance, check it out. We're all in this together. I mean, while we compete for readers, we also got to support each other. There's going to be no news, and I like their idea. They're going to find people who write decent articles, and they're going to bring them to the front page, and then they'll be featured along right with the big guys, the professionals.
Yeah.
I thought it was a cool idea.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I found out that I got my badge for E3.
Yeah, Andy ate it.
Yeah. He messaged me that, and I which is sort of funny because I wrote a Twitter about that. It's like, oh, my badge got sent to the wrong location and it was eaten, and like literally like a couple minutes later, like the Twitter section, like the E3 Twitter, like messaged me back. I'm like, the fuck? I didn't know they
Yeah.
read everything about that. I'm like, damn.
Oh, yeah. No, they're right on top of that.
So I explained to them what was going on, and shortly after that, Jamie was like, "We have your badge." I'm like, "Oh, great." So
Well, as long as they have it.
Yeah, as long
yeah,
as someone has it.
so I have to go pick that up probably Monday morning, when I'm getting like all the other badges too. So
Yeah,
Wow.
definitely gonna be fun. We'll discuss later in the show E3 and what we're most looking forward to. As well as our bargain bins and pwn news. But let's get into what we've been playing this week. I haven't started this off in a while. Tend not to try not to, but I know sometimes I probably should. So, got back into Suikoden and Tier Crease. I know my review is severely delayed at this point, but I'm really trying to finish this game beforehand because I want to see how it ends. Um, it just keeps getting better and better. My only frustration is the random battles. It feels like every
Right.
5 seconds, every 10 seconds of walking, I'm right back into another one. And sometimes when you're just
Wow.
trying to get through an area, it can piss you off. Like,
Yeah,
I'd be
sure.
like, motherfucker, I don't want to fucking fight again. So, that's the only problem I really have with the game so far, but you'll hear all about it in the review. Um, Other than that, I got into the Neo Steam, the Shattered Continents beta finally from Atlas Online, and
So
I
did I.
haven't seen any restrictions on what we can talk about. Excuse me, but I definitely won't be talking. I won't name any bugs because they're definitely working them out. There are very minor ones that I've seen. Um, Nothing game breaking. I haven't had the game crash. Nothing like that. But I've been looking for an MMO for a long time that I would enjoy. One that I could get into and actually sit down and play for longer than either a day or a certain level. And I've been having a blast with Neo Steam. Um, so I started off making a female elf named Sati. That's a scout on Room Shaper server. So if anybody's listening and is actually playing it, hit me up and friend me while while you can, because I need people to go party with. I'm stuck actually. So, um,
Yeah, I saved that text from your Twitter, so when I do finally load it up, well, I'll definitely be getting on with you.
yeah, it's definitely a fun time. The whole Neo Steam concept is actually pretty neat. I've seen people actually riding around in vehicles that are like very steampunk like, which
Hmm.
is really sweet. The whole towns have that vibe. Everything is very steampunk. Like they didn't pull any punches with this. Um, when you actually use certain weapons like a bow or a rifle, you use up Neo Steam. And that's basically the driving power. Now there's two sides to the game. One is the ones that use machines, which are the Rogwell. Then you have the oh god,
Magic
Eldern,
users or something, right?
the magic users, yeah. And there's also another society, Taxon, that I know. One of our listeners, Eradicus, is using one of them, and they're put on a different continent. But he's joined the Rogwell side, but because he's a Taxon human, he's put onto the separate continent. Because I kept trying to put him in my party, but it kept saying uh, player whereabouts unknown. And I was like, what the hell's going on? And then I finally realized what was going on.
Hmm.
But I haven't gotten any parts where I've seen people from the other side yet. Uh,
Now, is it automatic PvP then,
I
or?
don't know. When you go to the options, you have a selection of /PvP on and /PvP off.
Hmm.
So I don't know if it's for those areas or if that's more for when you go into arena or something. So I know there's some areas when you walk into, all of a sudden it says unsafe. So I don't know if that means that, hey, you're in a PvP area. I know the monsters, every time I walk into one of those areas, the monsters are kicking my ass. So I got up to level 18 pretty quick. Probably 3 playthroughs. I'm now at level 18. I have noticed that I can't really run around on my own as much. I've now died twice, which is kind of frustrating. But it's a very fun game. I definitely recommend if you can sign up now and get ready for the open beta. It's definitely worth checking out. It's a free MMO. They're definitely putting some work into it, and it's Atlas, and they're very thorough in just the games they bring out for normal consoles and portables. So I expect big things from this game. I'm sure they'll come up with a microtransaction thing later,
Oh yeah.
which I hope so. I mean, hey, if you can buy different looking clothes so not everybody looks the same, I'm all for it. That's one of my problems with MMOs. Everybody looks the same until you get later on when you get certain weapons and stuff. Oh, another thing I like is when you get like a special item drop, it like puts this whole lucky sign above your head and like special music plays. So if you're not really paying attention, you can't miss it. Basically, if you're just sitting away grinding, you'll know when you get something good.
Huh.
But my
All right.
scout is now a night stalker, which is basically I went to the side of being more of a murderous killer.
Really?
Yeah. The other side, you get like a animal, I think, and you're like a hunter. But I was like, no, that's no fun. So I picked the dark side of it. And it's actually pretty sweet. I enjoy it a lot. I've got the whole camouflage thing, kind of like how WoW does, where you blend in with the environment, which I absolutely love. It's definitely a fun game, and I think the palms, when you play the game, they're these little short guys that are real like furry, basically mini Bryans with their beards. You'll
All
see.
right. Okay.
I think they're their answer to the little guys in Final Fantasy 11. I can't remember the name of them right now, but they're definitely like kind of like the answer to that. They're you see a lot of them around, so people will definitely enjoy
So
it.
Wait, the little guys in Final Fantasy 7?
11.
Oh, 11? You mean the Mughals or?
The race in Final Fantasy 11 that you play.
Oh,
So Mike, so now that you played World of Warcraft to get to like level 32 or 7 or something like
26.
that. Like how does this compare in, graphically, style
Oh, I mean,
wise,
graphics
gameplay?
graphics definitely aren't up to par, in my opinion, of WoW. As it being free, it's not going to have the same amount of time to put into visual as a WoW or Lotro or something like that. But it really gets the job done. Like, there's no complaints from me at all. The only thing you have to make sure when you start the game is you turn off the water effects, because I guess they haven't ironed that out yet, and your whole screen will be pitch black until you turn that off. Which
Nice.
is it's not really the whole screen. Like you can go into your menus and stuff, so it's easy to turn off. But they tell you in the forums it's a known bug that they're working out. But I don't know. I like it better. It seems to be more my style. I like the anime style, the steampunk. And while it has some fantasy aspects to it, it's not full-fledged medieval, which is kind of like my problem. The whole medieval fantasy realms type stuff, I'm really not into. And I get bored with that because I think it's just so overdone nowadays. That the whole steampunk futuristic anime style is such a great change. So for people looking for something a little different, this might just be the game for them.
Hmm,
I look forward to seeing
sounds
where
good.
it goes.
Definitely looking forward to signing up.
Everybody's got to get on. That's all I've been playing. What about you, Brian?
Really, honestly, all I've been playing this past week is Plants vs Zombies. I took yours and Ben's advice on purchasing it, and have put about 14 hours into it at this point in 1 week. It is probably like, and Ben and I were talking about this before the show. It's on par, if not more addicting than Peggle is. I mean, obviously it's made by no, let me try that again, PopCap, and so they know how to kind of take that addictive crack or whatever they have and put it into, and they definitely put it into this. There are a lot of different gameplay styles, different level designs, even though like they have like 49 different plants that you can use. It kind of takes the old feeling of a tower defense game and really turns it on its head. And while the same basic premise of a tower defense game is there, you don't have that, okay, here they come again and they're going to walk down this path. It feels new, and you continuously just want to keep getting better and better at it because you want more of that challenge.
Now I heard it was PopCap's fastest selling game ever.
yeah, it is.
So I mean, it
I mean,
shows that people are really looking forward to this game, and I think it doesn't look like your typical PopCap game either. I know it wasn't exactly made by them; they picked it up for distribution. They basically bought it from the guy who created it. But I like the fact that they're breaking out from the norm of the puzzle games. I have yet to play it. I just installed it today, but like I was talking about Neo Steam, it's just taking up too much of my time. I know both of you have been playing the hell out of it.
yeah, I've been playing the hell of it also, and it's just really, really fun. Like Brian said, there's no like set path um, where like the zombies is going. They randomly come out, and each zombie like there's like different type of zombie that comes out. So like depending on which board you're on, it could be either a good thing or bad thing, and you have to react fast to whatever plants you have available that you choose at the time and whatnot, and you have to react. It just it's definitely one of those games that I really enjoy the hell of it. I mean, I already beat the adventure mode once, and I'm going through it again right now. And the second time around, it's that much more funner, definitely. because you
Yeah.
keep you keep all your cards, but you're pretty much you don't stop. You pretty much just keep on going one stage after another, and you just keep on going. The mini games are fun. The puzzle games for it is fun. I mean, if you want to break away from the adventure and just do like the mini games, that's also fun.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
they pretty much force you to finish the adventure game first before you unlock most of the other mini games and puzzle games out there. So,
But I mean, even this point, I mean, I've put, like I said, I put in 14 hours already, and I still haven't played every game, or I haven't opened up everything yet.
Wow.
I mean, there's a lot of replayability here, and for $10, I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's a fantastic game.
Yeah, I wonder
oh
when it's
yeah,
gonna jump. It's gotta eventually jump back up to 20, like it is on PopCap's site. I can't imagine Steam keeping it half price. PopCap's got to be like, hey, what are you doing?
I mean, if it's selling on Steam, I don't see why not.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
$10 a pop,
Yeah, but that's
and
$10 more out of PopCap's pocket.
well, true, but still, I mean, if you hear about it on Steam and you're able to download from Steam, then I don't see why not. But most people will be like, oh, let's go to PopCap. Most people go to Steam anyway, so
Yeah,
Yeah, I think the audience is a lot larger on the Steam network than the PopCap network.
true. Yeah, I look forward to eventually playing it. I know one of the things I thought it looked like it'd just be like from the screenshots. I mean, from the screenshots, you really can't get a good look at really what the game is all about. Because I thought it was gonna be like a root beer tapper where the zombies are just walking straight and you just gotta shoot them. That's what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? Like every screen, I
Yeah.
was like, what the hell? That's all it is. But after I've been hearing more and more and what it really is, like I'm like I gotta play it, but somebody's got to pull me away from Neo Steam. Plus, I just got Steel Princess in for the DS, and I still gotta play Klonoa for Wii. And I've got a bunch of games coming in from Goozex. So you've been playing anything else there, Brian?
No, I've been looking forward to. Oh, I guess we played Rock Band 2. We had a party on Friday, and it's just easy to pull that out, and everyone just all of a sudden like, oh, let me try, and it keeps a large room of people occupied for a very, very long
Yeah,
time.
I've noticed that. So does the SingStar karaoke games for the PS2 and PS3. Those work very well also. Um, now where was my invite?
It was actually a bunch of Vanessa's philosophy people, so it was interesting.
Oh, okay. So every time a song played, they're like, you know what this song might mean?
No, they weren't that bad. They had a couple of drinks, so it
Oh,
helped.
okay.
No.
not that bad. Meaning that they probably did do that a little bit.
Well, it's better than when they're actually just sitting around drinking. Then everything is about, you're like, well, about this person and what they're saying, and you're like, I'm gonna go stare at this wall for a while because I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's funny.
So.
So, Ben, any other games you've been playing this week besides Plants vs. Zombies?
World of Warcraft. I got my hunter to halfway to level 80 right now. So it's going to take me probably, if I'm feeling well enough, probably all day tomorrow to do that. So,
Wow.
yay. I have two characters at level 80, and yeah.
I mean, screw that. Neo Steam over WoW for the win.
Yeah, when someone told me about signing up for the beta, I was already sleeping.
Uh,
And I didn't find out until like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm
I
like,
posted on the freaking site an article about the golden ticket and the regular beta coming soon after. Nobody
yeah,
reads my articles. Like, people are like, oh, I never saw that. I'm like, fucking read.
Wait, you write for our site?
Oh, thanks.
No,
Well,
I read
you're
it.
fired again.
No, I read it. I just didn't. It didn't dawn on me to actually sign up and register. So because the whole StarCraft 2 beta I was like more concerned about that than I did with the new Steam. So
I can understand. I can understand. So before we go to our bargain bin selection, I do want to say one thing, as we were talking about writing on the site. If people haven't
Brian's
noticed yet,
fired.
our reviews are going up without scores. I don't know if I mentioned this in a past podcast. But just in case, we did drop the scores from our reviews. We basically want our reviews to be the reason you pick up or don't pick up a game, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Um, Basically, I guess the best way to put this is I want our reviews to be convincing, not just people coming on looking at the better score. Like, oh, this one's an 8, I'm gonna go buy it. Oh, this one's a 7, I'm not. Because my problem is a lot of games that are 7s are fun as hell to play. They're just not perfect, or they're just not good enough. There's still problems. But I believe a lot of people skip over those decent games that they may actually enjoy more than some other games just because it has a 6 or a 7 score. So it's just a heads up that's why you won't see scores on it. You'll basically have us basically telling you why we recommend and don't recommend the game. So I know Jesse Calamino just put up a review on Samurai Showdown Anthology, which was very well done, and I really enjoyed it. I was on the fence about getting the game, and after reading his review, I think I'm definitely um sorry, they're Brian and Ben are busy talking, and I stopped to read real quick in the chat room. So, but it basically got me to realize I'm probably gonna pick up the Samurai Showdown Anthology. And no,
All
my
right.
voice did
Oh,
not cut out. I hope.
Oh, it was weird. All of a sudden, I was like, "Is he still talking?" Because all of a sudden it was silent. And now you're back. So
Ben said I didn't, so
no, yeah, I heard him throughout the whole time. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
I think Brian just tried to block me off. He's like
Are you drunk,
he's
Brian?
talking too much.
no,
Are you drunk
no,
over there, Brian?
no. I wish.
You wish. Oh wait, you're fired anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I gotta start drinking my misery away.
Yeah.
One other thing, you're gonna see more editorials pop up in the upcoming months. So we're not gonna just be posting news. So look for a lot of editorials coming. I'm currently working on one. Jesse's working on a couple weekly ones, and Kevin's gonna bring one out soon. He's just been busy with personal work issues, so I told him not to worry.
Stupid life.
Yeah, that's one thing about our site, and I want to let everybody know also when it comes to reviews. I know a lot of sites like you have to complete the game to give a review. Well, since this isn't our full-time job, and we're not really getting paid for it, I've set forth. I'm not gonna say how long every game has to be played or whatever the stipulations. It varies game to game. That there has to be ample amount of time put into a game when a review is written, and we won't accept anything that definitely shows that it wasn't worked on too well. Like you can tell when somebody's only put like an hour or two in. It's just a rush writing. You can tell they're making stuff up. So while we may not finish every game, we're gonna be able to put a good amount of time into that game when we write that review. So I just want to put that out there so people aren't like, did he complete the game? Look, we have real jobs, and this is just what we do as a second job. More volunteer work than anything.
But in a good way,
Yeah,
though.
Right.
it's something we all enjoy, so we don't mind doing it.
Yes, exactly.
So let's get into the bargain bin. For those who don't know, first time listening, we do every week a bargain bin segment where we're going to give you $30 or less some games you need to play. So we're going to start off this week with myself, and Game that I loved last year was actually my game of the year of 2008. Just recently hit a price drop. I think it was just this past week. Tales of Vesperia for the Xbox 360 is now $30 across the board. So I'm sure the used price, if it hasn't yet, will be dropping down to 25 or less.
If you can find it.
Yeah. I mean, this game is probably one of the best JRPGs I've ever played. Now, it doesn't top Final Fantasy 3 or Suikoden 2, but it is very close. Graphics are cel-shaded, very anime. It actually feels like you're playing an anime as you're going through it. Action RPG. When you go into battles, it's just constant fighting. You're not stopping, taking turns, and it's done well. Not like Final Fantasy 12. Blech. I'm sure I'll get hate mail for that one. But Tales of Vesperia is a great. Yeah, I know. That's alright. You'll hate me more when I get a hold of your sister. Ooh.
Oh, see.
Don't open it up. Don't open it up. Blame the beer.
Wow.
Nah. Tales of Vesperia is a very long, epic RPG. I highly recommend it. If you don't have a 360, don't worry. It will be coming out for the PS3 with an extra little character and story arc. I wouldn't expect anything grand to change, but I'll be picking up to play it again. So, gotta get trophies on that one too. That's it for me for Tales of Vesperia. Like I said, it was my game of the year last year. Gotta play it. $30, you can't turn it down at this point. Brian, what about you? What is your bargain bin this week?
Yes, at the GameStop, you are able to get The World Ends With You. It says it's for $20 new or $18 used. I mean, this is the kind of price that I definitely want to pick this up now. It's a great game. I haven't really played it yet. I'm looking forward to it. I know you've taken a turn at it, right, Mike?
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed the game. It can be very easy or very difficult depending on how you want to play it. You can actually play dual screen in the battles. One you're using the stylus, the other one you're using the arrow pad or the D-pad arrow pad. You can tell I'm tired again this week. I apologize to everyone. So use the D-pad to fight on the upper screen while the stylus is on the bottom screen. It was too hectic for me, so I let basically the top one, the computer fighting the top, and I was just focusing on the bottom. I just I can't handle this. I can't keep my eyes on both screens. It was driving me crazy. So it definitely, I gotta recommend that game. I'm surprised it had this price drop. I thought it would probably sell out because I didn't think Squaresoft would make a lot of copies of this game. What about you, Ben? You got actually an interesting one, a game that hasn't been out that long.
Yeah, I have a very interesting one. Amazon is running a Father's Day sale for on their site and whatnot. And the game that I pick, and even though I do not have a DS, but I'll recommend it anyways, is Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. It's going for $24 on the site. Now, even though I don't have the game and whatnot, here's my reasons why if I had a DS, I would pick this game up. It plays the same style like it did back in the first two GTAs back in the PC days, and I absolutely love the Grand Theft Autos on the PC and whatnot. So if I had a DS, I would definitely pick it up, and plus the main character's Asian, so I would definitely do that. So.
Racist.
No,
I
not
apologize
really,
to our listeners for any racism that Ben decides to talk about on this show.
Yeah, okay.
Boo, Chinatown Wars, boo.
Oh, come on. It's like one of the few rated R games for the DS, so.
You mean M?
Rated M. Rated M, sorry. I'm tired also.
Yeah, we're all, once again this week, hopefully our shows from E3, actually I'm pretty sure our shows from E3 are going to be a lot better.
I don't know what you're talking about. I took an hour nap from like 6 to 7, so I'm awake. I'm ready to roll. But yeah, we're gonna be, well, we may have a drink or two
Or 3 or 4.
during E3.
Or 5.
Yeah. I'm going with a higher number. I don't know about you guys. Now, GTA Chinatown Wars has been surprisingly selling abysmally for the DS. I know people are like, "Oh, it's still sold over 100,000 copies." I'm like, that's not good.
Not really for a GTA game,
Yeah,
it doesn't. No.
and for a DS game also, for a system that's very widespread.
Yeah, but here's the to me here's the thing. People who are going to play a game like GTA Chinatown Wars don't want to be sitting there playing on their DS. They want that short burst of, fun in a very quick amount of time. They don't want to have this adventure game that goes on and on. So I think if they want to play something like that, they're going to want to play it on their console at home in front of their, big screen TV.
True. I also think that people are just burned out from GTA 4. I think a lot of people were turned off with how the way that GTA 4 went. I know I was. I didn't enjoy it as much as the older GTA games. I found myself very bored of the game very quickly this time around. The only thing I really enjoy is the free roam when you get online with like up to 16 people and just fuck around. Um, so I kind of
See,
agree. I just think my personal reason, my personal opinion was that it was just GTA burnout, just too much GTA at once.
no.
Yeah, I thought this game came out a little too soon after GTA 4, so I thought they should have waited at least towards maybe the end of summer, early fall, or something like that to release this game. But that's just my opinion, though. I'm not saying it should be this year's Christmas choice, but
Yeah, I think a lot of games lately have been rushed out. A lot of sequels are being rushed out way early. But you can blame people like Activision for that.
yeah.
Where they gotta have a new version of the game out every year. Um, so on the Pwn news, there's not much going on in the Pwn realm, but we have been having our game nights on a regular basis. And speaking of GTA, we had our Grand Theft Auto 4 free roam night this past Wednesday. It was from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern, so 2 hours of just us going around causing havoc. And I must say, it was a blast. Um, we had basically it was me and then like one group of people who knew each other and then another group of people who know each other from the site. So I actually had the fun time of turning on my Latino brethren of True Oz, Monkey D. Luffy, and Ace of Spades. And I just started killing them, and then they started ganging up on me. It was a blast, though. I have to say, the free roam mode is so much fun. Everybody got 100 points. There was no actual winner of the night. It was just us having fun. Highly recommend coming out to that next month if you still own the game. If not, it's like 350 points on GoozeX now, which makes me mad I didn't wait an extra 2-3 weeks because I paid like 650 points. Um, Other than that, we had our Gears 2 night the other night that we talked about earlier. Fun overall. As I said, we missed Chest being there. Um, who won? Excuse me. Oh, the alien, new guy, came in
Yeah, I
and
was gonna
basically
say.
destroyed us, like 6,000 plus points.
No
Yeah,
way.
he's freaking ridiculous. He was sniping. We'd start a match, he'd get the sniper or the can't remember the name of the gun, whatever the one with the crossbow that has the arrows that explode. Somebody can correct
Hmm.
me later. I can't even think of it right now. He was ridiculous. He was like, set up, boom, shoot, dead. I was like, what the fuck is going on? But the
Aim hack.
very first match, I had a great hiding spot. all of our players were dying off, so I went and hid in this spot, like behind this wall, and I was like, I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna sit here. And that's when Miss Madi Ali got her first chainsaw. He walked around, and I was like, ah! And then somebody else came around, and I got them, and then Alien ended up killing me. But no, but actually, Madi and I actually teamed up during the Wingman match, and we did a good job holding our own up in certain areas. I mean, we had a lot of fun. It was just a blast all night. It's surprising because I hated Gears 1 so much that I like Gears 2. I will make one complaint. Gears 2, Epic Games, for some ridiculous reason, decided to make it old school weekend. So it was more like if you went online outside of private matches, it was 4 versus 4 like Gears 1, and the smoke grenades no longer would knock people down. It was just like Gears 1 where they just explode and it was smoke.
Huh.
So for somebody like me who comes in like once a month and plays, that's very annoying to switch over to. Quickly had to realize that, hey, these aren't knocking people down like they used to. I can't just throw a smoke grenade, run in there, chainsaw, and then run back. So, our next nights is Soul Calibur 4 this Wednesday from 9 to 11. Might not even take the full 2 hours, but we'd like to keep that there because we pretty much just play a bunch of matches. I don't know. Eradicus usually heads this up. I rarely do it. I did get the game back in, though. So I will be attending, but I'm going to keep Eradicus running it since he's been doing a great job for us. Then we have Resistance 2 on Saturday around 6 p.m. Eastern. And Duke Nukem 3D on Xbox Live Arcade at 8 p.m. So if you have that, come play. If you don't, the fuck is wrong with you? I'm honest. Duke Nukem 3D for Xbox Live Arcade is a must-own. It's one of the best first-person shooters to ever come out.
Is it $5?
Leave it.
Or I'm sorry, whatever $5 translates to fake
400
currency.
Points.
Yeah.
I think it's actually 10.
Yeah.
But $10 for one of the best first-person shooters ever is awesome. I mean, it has online now.
Yeah.
Plus, when you die, you can rewind to any part of that level and restart from wherever you want, pretty much. So if you're like, crap, I really should... I don't want to go all the way back to the beginning, but I missed something. You can go all the way to that point. And I hope you guys can't hear me belching.
Yeah, we did.
God damn it. I must apologize. Beer is just killing me here.
It does every week, man.
Hey, now, watch it.
What are you gonna do? Fire me again?
Yes, you're fired twice tonight. Fired.
Then that's a new record.
Biatch. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's $10. You can get it off Amazon.com now. They do sell Xbox Live Arcade codes. Or you can get it for 800 Microsoft points. Highly suggest picking it up and coming out to play this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we are going to have a special welcome back chess night once she comes back. So keep an eye out on the calendar for that. It'll be a Gears 2 night just for her.
That's gonna be huge.
I hope so. We're probably going to have 2 rooms and people are going to be like, I can't play with her, I'm pissed. So, we'll see how that goes. Might just have to make 2 hours. One team plays on this server and the other team plays on the other server and then they swap. The only thing I can think of. We'll see how things go. So let's get into our discussion. This is our last show before we actually head out to grand old E3, which is basically making its comeback this year as the big show. I know listening to other podcasts, they've talked about how it was a very small event last year and the floor plan alone this year is like huge compared to what was there last year.
Oh, I know.
So I know we're all prepared, but what are we hoping to see at this show? What do we want to see at E3? Which one of you two wants to start it off?
No, when you say hoping to see like something that hasn't been announced yet, but we're really hoping.
Yeah, what are you looking forward to see, and what are you hoping to see?
Ah, I see. Well, I can do the hoping to see. I want a new Wii Zelda game. I want that to. I want that to come out, and I want it to be. Uh, I want them to reimagine, the Zelda universe and stop and not do the exact same old thing that they've been doing for how many games
Or
now.
put out the same
I
game
mean,
but different location.
right, right. I mean, a perfect example is Phantom Hourglass, and I understand that it's a DS game, so it's not going to be as complicated. But there was never a point where I was curious about what I should do next. I was like, went to the wood temple, went to the fire temple, went to the water temple. Okay, well, I'm pretty much just doing what I always do.
Well, you can blame
Eh,
the Nintendo fanboys because they've allowed it to happen.
Yeah. I mean, and that's not to say that these are bad games, and they're not. I'm getting enjoyment from them, no doubt, but I want to see something different at this point. I'm ready to experience Zelda in a whole new way.
Well, I can understand
And
because right now you're basically like draw by numbers. I mean, you're basically
yeah.
just connecting the dots because you already know what to do.
Sadly, it really has become like that. And I know Twilight Princess had the whole wolf thing, which is kind of annoying after a while. Um, well, until you could jump back and forth, at least. When you couldn't jump back and forth and you were just stuck as the wolf, man, it sucked.
I didn't think so, but okay.
I wouldn't know. I don't play Zelda games ever since Ocarina of Time and that crap.
Oh man, you're killing me. Don't even start that.
What? That game was awful.
No, 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 it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Oh, you're killing me.
The last good game was
Link
SNES.
to the past.
Yep, Link to the Past.
Link's Awakening or whatever it
Link
was.
to the Past, I think.
Link's
Link to
Awakening was a Game Boy game.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm like thinking back. I'm going way
I gotta
back.
go with the Super Nintendo. Ever since then, every game's been shit. Ocarina of Time, I actually own the cartridge and I drop kicked it somewhere. Then I punted
You
it.
actually got
Yeah. Although they did release Majora's Mask as the 300th Virtual Console game. I'm thinking about picking that up on the Virtual Console and running through that.
I'm gonna pick it up just so I can delete it.
What? I, I don't I don't even know how to respond to that. I'm not even sure how to respond to that. But with things I'm looking forward to playing, I definitely am looking forward to trying out Modern Warfare 2. I'm excited to see what Sony's going to do and pray that they don't just show the new PSP. And I don't know. I'm just excited about going and being there and seeing what we're going to see. So I don't know if there, other than Modern Warfare 2, if there's really one particular thing that I'm dying to see that I need to, but I'm excited.
What about you, Ben?
Things I am hoping to see is a new Serious Sam game for the PC or 360, PS3, or whatever. But hopefully, most likely for the PC because, come on, PC makers, come on, you got to step it up. I'm hoping for that to show up. Other things I'm hoping for is Sony to step it up in their press conference and like Brian said, just not just announcing the new PSP, and we got to listen to them talk about it for the 2-3 hours they'll be talking. Um, I'm really I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on and playing a little bit is Final Fantasy 13, um, God of War 3, Modern Warfare 2. Let's see. The list goes on and on.
Rock Band Beatles.
Yeah, Rock Band Beatles. Just it's gonna be. This is gonna be really exciting because I've always wanted to go to E3, And me and my friend talked about, going when it was open for the general public. But for me to actually gonna be there, I'm really excited, and I cannot wait to see how it is on the media side on things and whatnot. So it's gonna be something. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be there on a Sunday. I'll be in LA on a Sunday.
You're getting in early. I'm gonna be the last one there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think we're
What
gonna
about
be
you,
like,
Mike?
Let's see. I'm hoping that I know it's been announced that the game's coming out, Magna Carta 2 for the Xbox 360, a Japanese role-playing game with art done by a Korean artist. But I'm actually hoping to see something in form of a US release and a release date. There's really been no talk of it on the US side of things, really. Most of it's been just talk about how it's coming out in Japan. I really want to see, really hope that we see more on that, and I hope it's being shown. Atlas brought out the first one, so I'm hoping they bring out the new one as well. And that's one thing. I'm hoping to see some more original titles from Atlas when we go. I really hope I can talk to them and see what they're working on. Because I love JRPGs and they bring out some of the best titles. Like to see if they have an insight on what the next Persona is going to be. And if it's actually going to be for the 360 or the PS3. Um, my hopes, I know we said the PSP, but I'm actually hoping that they announce that it will have a UMD drive. Since everything right now is still not fully confirmed, I do hope they put a UMD drive onto the machine.
The like little disc thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I hope they do. I hope they listen to the complaints of everybody going, well, how the fuck am I going to play my games I currently own? I know there's talk about software that's going to let you transfer the games to file, but at that point, why don't I just download a copy from somewhere else on the net? Like, I have games I own, I want to be able to play them on the go. So I hope that they'll change their mind on this whole system, but I know they probably won't, as Sony doesn't really give a shit about anyone but themselves. Um, as for games I'm looking forward to see, Dragon Age Origins, Mass Effect 2, um, Modern Warfare 2 especially, as I still play Call of Duty 4 about once a week. I'd like, actually, another thing I'd hope to hear is maybe an announcement that coming next year will be a Rock Band 3. And that it's actually going to fully ramp up Rock Band with not just better looking graphics, but more customization of your band and your characters. Because I still wish they had sliders for that. So it'd be nice to see them announce that and announce something like that, like full customization of your the characters you make for your band. Um, other things I look forward to see. I don't know. I think that I pretty much said what I had to say, and just Mass Effect 2 and Dragon Age Origins. I'm really looking forward to those two games. And I'd like to see some Uncharted 2 as well.
Ooh, yeah, good call.
Um, so I know the multiplayer beta starts up next month, and I'm looking forward to that, to getting my hands on that.
I'm actually kind of shocked you only said Mass Effect 2 twice.
Oh, and Mass
I
Effect
thought
2.
I thought every other one would be like, so I want to see Mass Effect 2,
Yeah, Mass Effect 2.
Dragon Age, Mass Effect 2.
Dude, I can't wait for Mass Effect 2.
we're gonna have to bring him several towels.
I just got a
when he's
boner
Oh,
now
God.
talking about it.
Oh dear God.
I'm gonna get a freaking rain poncho. If I have to sit next to him.
We're gonna be at the booth, and I'm just gonna be like, skeet, skeet, skeet!
Like,
I can imagine it now, actually.
Sir, you've ruined this controller.
I'm like, I'm sorry.
You're like, I only did that so I'm the only one who play it.
Exactly. Alright, no, restart it. Restart it, motherfucker! I'll blow this motherfucker up.
Yes, I'm sure that's going to go over very well.
So yeah, that's.
You know, I'm.
Mhm.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, for those going out there that are listeners, as we will all pretty much be out there, I think Jesse, Kevin, and Corey are the only ones really not going from our team. Look for us, hit us up. We'll be looking for things to do that evening, partying it up, drinking it up. I do want to say, the guys over at Rebel FM and Geekbox are holding an E3 meetup, not just for the people going to it, but a public meetup. They're going to meet up outside. So anyone who's going to be in the area can actually attend. I have sent an email to old Anthony Gallegos about information on it, as he put up his Gmail for those looking to attend. So I look forward to hearing back from him. And I know I'll be going. I don't know about you two. You guys are welcome to come along.
Sign me up.
Yeah, definitely gonna be fun. I really would love to meet. I don't know. Anthony Gallegos reminds me a lot of myself. Just says a lot of fucked up shit and doesn't give a damn.
Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta meet this guy. He's freaking classic. I don't know if you guys listen to the old One Up stuff they used to do. I can't remember the name of the show right now. It wasn't One Up FM, was it?
I don't think so. Unless it was.
One Up Yours. Was it?
He was on One Up Yours. He was on One Up FM occasionally too.
Was it
Yeah.
One Up Yours though? Or was that the one with Garnet and them? Why can't I think of this right now?
Well, Garnet's was the One Up Yours,
then it was
and then the kids table was One Up.
Yeah,
FM.
then it was One Up FM. Excuse me. God, I'm so out of it tonight. The stories he used to fucking tell on One Up FM were classic. Of like the Chihuahuas being able to take down Buffalo.
No.
The stuff where he talked about an old martial artist that taught him and his friends how to fight and used to kick the shit out of them. This guy.
I do like when he does his talks on civilization, because a lot of times I'm sitting there like that's actually a really good strategy. If I had Civ 4, I'd definitely all doing that too. That's a
Have
good
you heard
idea.
his talks on Viva Pinata?
No. Oh yeah, where he's
freaking horrible, man. He's like, oh, you're not useful to me anymore. Get the fuck out. Kill him. Go harvest them. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, ruthless.
Yeah, he says that's like the only game that he becomes like that in, though.
Probably Plants and Zombies would be the same thing. He's like, this cute plant doesn't matter. Dig it up.
Yeah, so.
Although I admit I dig up plants occasionally when I'm ready to upgrade and I have enough sun. I will dig out a plant that's useful and plant over it with a better plant.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about right yet. I will soon enough. And
No, I do that. I do the same thing too.
What? Dig them up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I also look forward to meeting Andrew Fitch, because he's a big Japanophile as well. So, even though he said on this last week's of Geekbox that he thought Suikoden and Tierkreis was the worst Suikoden game, and I was like, fuck that shit. Suikoden 4 is still the worst Suikoden game, or Suikoden Tactics, but I was like, no way, this game is awesome. So, I'm gonna have an argument with him on that. Like, dude, because I hated Suikoden and Tierkreis the first 4 or 5 hours I played of it. I was like, this game is awful, and as I kept playing, I was like, this game's getting better, and better, and better. Now I'd put it up there on one of the best DS RPGs you could play.
Wow, that's bold.
I'm telling you, I like it better than any of the Final Fantasy ones on DS.
Isn't Final Fantasy 3 on DS?
Yeah.
Isn't that like your favorite JRPG of all time?
No, that's my second. Well, no, Final Fantasy 3 is actually
6.
the one that never came out here. Final Fantasy 3 in the US was Final Fantasy 6.
Isn't that on?
No, not yet. Final
I
Fantasy
can't keep
4
track of this
is, which is
crap.
Final Fantasy 2 on the Super Nintendo here. But,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I could sit there and easily say, yeah, that's the best. but it's already been out on other platforms. So I'm going with originals here, not another remake of a remake of a remake. So final Suikoden Tier Crease again. Gotta play it. I'll have my review up. I don't even know why I'm doing a review at this point. I think I boosted up enough on this podcast.
Well, with the site needs, more
I
reviews. There you go.
I feel bad because it's delayed like 2 months from when the game came out.
Yeah. I wouldn't worry about it, man. I don't even know where the last 2 weeks of my life went, so.
I don't know the last 2 years. No, I'm just kidding. 2 months. This house hunting shit sucks. Ugh. Put another offer in tonight. This actually was a house that was fourth on my list.
Ouch.
And no. After going to see it again today, after they did some painting and looks like they either changed the rugs or fully steam cleaned them,
Wow.
it jumped up to now my top choice since the duplex that I was looking at got outbid. So we're putting that in. It's been on the market for 200 plus days. The people have already moved out, so they're looking to get rid of it. So I think I have a good chance on this one.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Hope so.
Love to have all of us out someday. Barbecue.
Yep. Then I can fire you in person.
Awesome.
That'll happen at E3 at least once a day.
Once a day.
Like, hey, I'm going with you to go see this appointment. No, you're not. You're fired.
You're fired.
Hey, go buy me a hot dog. No, you're fired.
Got buy you a fucking hot dog.
No, it's gonna be fun though. Have a bunch of appointments set up.
You're
I
busy.
looked at my appointments. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, I looked at my appointments and I'm good.
Yeah, I looked at mine and I was talking to David on through G Talk, and I was like, dude, I just looked at him like, man, I don't know if I have time to to see anyone else. I mean, like, I might have a few times.
Oh, don't set up anymore. Don't burn yourself out.
No, I pretty much stopped, but I actually want to have the time to walk around throughout the floor, like to places that I want to go to and people I want to
Don't
talk to
forget
and
to get
whatnot.
swag. If
Yes,
you get anything
I
for
wanna.
yourself, try to get a second for the site. People
Oh,
may think, hey, I'm talking about being greedy. No. Anything we pick up, we're going to give back out.
Yeah, try.
No, not anything. Most of
No. If it's a special anime figure, he's keeping them all for
or if
himself.
it's anything Mass Effect 2 related. Me! Mine, bitches!
you heard it here, folks. You heard it here.
And Dragon Age
Oh.
Origins, same thing. Mine!
No, yeah, there's a couple places I want to go to when I'm not going to appointments or whatnot, and really interested in hearing what Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo is going to say at their press conference. So, it's going to be quite interesting.
Yeah, I look forward to it. About a week away.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping Dell will hurry up and send my fucking laptop.
Oh, I ordered my laptop. It'll be here on Wednesday.
What the fuck?
Well, I ordered mine through. I ordered mine from Tiger Direct.
Oh,
Yeah, they send shit fast.
yeah. Dell. See, I wanted the Mini 10 though.
That one I saw on TV in the commercials for the HP one, that looks pretty nice too.
But the slap
Oh,
top is gonna love my nut.
They have a mini. They have a mini something laptop. Yeah.
The slap chop laptop, you're gonna love my
Yeah.
nuts. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't actually.
What? You've never seen the slap chop commercial from the guy who does ShamWow?
Oh yeah.
You're gonna
those
love
I've
my
seen.
nuts. Oh my god.
Oh,
Gee.
you're gonna love my nuts. You see, I'm crushing them. Great for salads. Blah 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 blah. Oh, that guy was hilarious.
Cheapy was talking about it on the latest CAGcast. He even played like the remix as the intro. It's pretty funny. Oh my god, it's great.
I'm hoping to meet some of the people like, GPD and, Star Slayer, and, Rachel and Rich and all them.
I
So
look forward
I'm
to
really,
meeting Rich and Rachel. I've met Star Slayer before. CG's really cool. Uh,
well, I haven't met her yet,
Justin's
She's
gonna be
from,
out there. Pseudo.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, gonna be quite a few people. I was already talking to him about it. Um, gonna be a lot of people actually out there, and I look forward to hanging out, partying it up, and if you guys want to know how to get a hold of any of us and want to hook up a time or just meet us up there, send us any of us a message on Twitter. Our emails are up on AggroGamer.com, so, as are our Twitters. We also have our poem pages there. There are various ways to get a hold of us, so
Yeah, definitely.
let us know. We'll try to work something out. I know the Guzex guys are going to be there, so I know they want to meet up with everyone. So it should be a fun time. We definitely gotta have some partying. One of our writers, Ben, is looking forward to going out to sushi and Korean food while we're out there. And you know me, I'm going
Yeah.
to both. I love raw fish, as long as it's not stank puss.
No, it's gonna
You've
be.
always, Mike. You're always bringing up the class of the show.
Oh, come on. Mike is a very classy guy. You know that, quick. I mean, Brian.
Oh yeah.
I try. You gotta. I gotta bring. Somebody's gotta bring the class to the show.
Oh,
Yeah, definitely.
did you guys see the latest co-op?
Nah, I haven't. Dude, I haven't watched it since they got partnered. I've been
Wait,
horrible.
what?
I just haven't had time to sit down and watch it.
Watch what?
Co-op, the Area 5 guys.
Oh, no, yeah, I watched their latest one, and they talked
Yeah.
about Plant vs. Zombies.
Yeah, that was one of the things that was their big reason. That and the them getting ready for E3.
Oh, that beginning part? Oh, it was freaking hilarious. I was watching that, and I'm like, wow, this sort of was like the meeting we just had, almost.
Yeah, minus the drawings of the layout and how they're gonna sneak through the back door.
Yeah. Hey, can I go to the bathroom? You just went
Ain't
to
nothing
Yeah,
wrong
I
with
need to go
sneaking through the
again.
back door. Just don't give her any
Oh,
ideas that you're gonna do it.
Oh god.
Booyah!
where'd it go, Brian? Where'd it go?
You just told me he was a classy guy. A classy guy wouldn't have taken that one.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
he's-
the classy guy would sneak it.
Yeah.
Just slap the lube on and whoop!
AggroGamer.com and Pwn.com do not advocate doing
Backdoor
something without
usage.
permission.
What?
Oh, yeah, we're also going to be setting up a you if you go to what is it, AggroGamer.com
Okay,
slash
we'll talk
E3.
about that. Yeah, it is aggrogamer.com/E3. All of our writers' Twitter feeds that are going to the. Ugh, I can't even talk tonight. It's horrible.
All our Twitter feeds will be there, and when we're going to be there, we're going to be updating most likely almost every second minute you can think of. Talking about the stuff that we see and whatnot. So, make sure you go to that link or whatnot, and definitely check it out. I know I have a Twitter application on my G1, so I'm going to be constantly typing away.
Same.
I'm not sure if my phone is going to survive after that week. So,
I'll run out of batteries before the show's over.
oh, definitely.
I need to remember to not have your guys turn off I have the text device updates for you two. Yeah, I got to make sure I turn those off because I'll be like, why am I getting a Twitter feed about the guy who's standing right next to me? Probably don't need to know.
Well, the thing is, all mine is on silent, and it doesn't vibrate when someone writes a new tweet. So I'm good at that one. I'll probably look at it at the end of the day, and I'll see like hundreds on it. I'm like, Good
Mine
God.
only goes off when I get a reply or a direct message.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then it plays a little Utan, Utan, Titan, Utan.
Oh.
You're gonna hear freaking K-On! And Lucky Star stuff the whole weekend.
Yay.
That's all I have for ringtones, so it should be fun.
All I have is the final countdown by Europe.
Oh my god, that's worse than my stuff.
No,
It's the final
that song.
countdown.
Yeah, no, it's freaking awesome. Is what you mean.
True, you could have had. We built this city.
No, but that would be a good one.
No, that would
Actually,
not be a good one.
On Rock Band 2, I just downloaded Rio by Duran Duran. It's fantastic.
Are you serious?
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah,
God,
I love the freaking '80s, man.
I love the 80s too, but there's some people I couldn't stand.
You're fired.
Excuse me? I do the fire on here, motherfucker. You're fired. And Ben, you're fired. In fact,
What the fuck did I
everybody's
do?
fucking fired. And I'll run the site by myself.
In fact, I'm fired.
Thing.
So you know what? E3 is canceled for y'all.
You can't stop it.
That's it. Everybody's fired. Peace.